Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. I'm gonna check the sound now. If my computer works. Stay with us. Okay, the sound seems to be good. Excellent. Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Mary. All right, it is time for us to start. Um, when we start bringing attention to how we deal with our own reactions, we start asking ourselves some truly useful, wonderful questions. For example, instead of asking, how can I get rid of my difficult coworker, or how can I get even with my abusive partner, we might begin to wonder how to unwind our own suffering at the root. So the questions become more along the lines of, how do I learn to recognize that I'm caught, that I'm biting the hook? How can I honestly see what I do without feeling hopeless? How can I find some sense of humor, some gentleness, some ability to let go and not make such a big deal of my problems? What will help me remain present when I am afraid? We might also ask, given my present situation, how long should I stay with uncomfortable feelings? And this is a very good question. Of course, there is no right answer. We simply get accustomed to coming back to the present moment just as it is, maybe for a second, for a minute, maybe for an hour, whatever is currently natural, without making it an endurance trial. Just pausing for 2, 3 breaths is a perfect way to stay present. That way, instead of getting better and better at avoiding, we can learn to accept the present moment as if we had invited it, and we can work with it instead of against it. Make it our ally instead of our enemy. And it's very important to remind ourselves that this is a work in progress, a process of uncovering our natural openness, uncovering our natural intelligence and warmth. Pema Chodron says, we already have what we need: the wisdom, the strength, the confidence. The awakened heart and mind are always accessible, here, now, always. We're just uncovering them. We're rediscovering them. We are not inventing them or importing them from somewhere else. They are here. That's why when we feel caught in darkness, suddenly the clouds can part. And seemingly out of nowhere, we cheer up and relax or experience the vastness of our minds. No one else gives this to you. It's your own doing. Of course, people will support you and help you with teachings and practices, but it's you yourself who experiences your unlimited potential. And meditation is a perfect opportunity to experience this unlimited potential. And not because it's a vacation from our frustrations or irritations. On the contrary, meditation allows the space for our neuroses to come to the surface so that we can truly see ourselves and learn to accept ourselves unconditionally. When fear or pain or groundlessness arise, we can welcome it instead of splitting ourselves in two, where one part of us is projecting or judging another part. We can touch whatever happens lightly and let go. Leave it to be free to dissolve back into space. Pema Chodron says, instead of making meditation into a self-improvement project, we can approach it with the attitude of relaxing, with no feeling of striving to reach some higher state. We simply sit down, and without a goal, without trying to become peaceful or get rid of all thoughts, we stay faithful to the basic instruction of meditation, to be lightly aware of whatever happens, and when the mind wanders off, gently come back. Whatever occurs, we don't congratulate or condemn ourselves. We just allow ourselves to be. And it's wise to be patient with this process and give ourselves unlimited time. Again, it's not a self-improvement project. Think of it as It's as if we've been kicking a spinning wheel all our life, and this wheel has its own momentum. It's spinning rapidly, but now, through meditation, through being mindful, finally we're learning how to stop kicking the wheel. And it would be unreasonable to think that the moment we stop kicking, the wheel will just stop abruptly. Actually, no, it will keep spinning for some time until it stops naturally if we don't kick it again. And this is where many of us find ourselves. We have stopped kicking the wheel. We are not always strengthening the old habits, but we're in this strange or interesting middle state, somewhere between not always caught, not always able to resist biting the hook. And that is totally okay. This is what the spiritual path is all about. Instead of blaming our discomfort on outer circumstances or on our own weakness, we can choose to stay present and awake to our experience without rejecting it, without grasping it, without buying the stories that we relentlessly tell ourselves. We'll let go of our desire to feel better, to be better, to do better. And in the process, we just keep learning what it means to appreciate being right here. So now let's do a practice of mindful pausing together, welcoming every experience that arises in the present moment and leaning into it without fear or judgment. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, into your breath, into the here and now. Let your breath be soft and easy, completely natural. And start checking in with yourself. See where you're at right now, without fear, without judgment, without any particular goal in mind. It's not about becoming peaceful. It's not about getting rid of thoughts or stories. It's just being here with whatever is. So what is it that you're feeling right now? Can you contact whatever it is non-verbally? Just getting a sense, a felt sense of this experience. Are there any emotions present? Can you be with them non-verbally? So whenever the mind tries to come up with a name for every experience or to remember the history of this emotion, notice that and gently let that go, just being present to whatever the felt sense is. Check in with your physical sensations. Is there anything right now that draws your attention away from the present moment? Make it part of the present, whether it's pain, tightness, or the feeling of relaxation. See if you can simply be with it, without judgment, without fear, without any particular goal. Check in with your thoughts. What's the quality of your mind right now? Is it busy, drowsy, still? Are your thoughts raging or peaceful? Now that your attention is on your thoughts, you are in your head, so to speak. So take a moment to register that experience. And now consciously move your attention into your feet, feeling the sensations on your feet, trying to contact the experience non-verbally. No need to come up with descriptive words, but if they do come up, it's okay. Touching them lightly and letting them dissolve into space. Feeling whatever is happening. And now bring your attention to whatever is there for you to notice. A physical sensation, a thought, an emotion. And just stay here for a moment, lightly touching the experience, allowing your breath to create space around it. And now gently let go of this practice. Check in with yourself again. How are you now? Physically, emotionally, mentally. And as you go through your day today, I encourage you to continue taking these mindful pauses and notice your attitude towards whatever arises as you pay attention to the present. Whatever occurs, try not to congratulate or condemn yourself. See if you can allow yourself to just be. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.